If you feel like you're always being evaluated in some way, like people are judging how you look, how you act, this tapping is going to help you with this. So I've operated with that a lot in my life. That sort of internal scorecard, right? Am I saying the right things? Did what I say land properly? Now, I've worked with a lot of clients who, especially if you grew up with strict parents or really rigid rule structures about what's right or wrong, of course, kind of gets wired into the nervous system, right? People are looking at me and evaluating every word I say. So especially if you notice yourself feeling this, even in situations that don't look like they're that high pressure, we're going to work with this directly. And as always, when I do tapping here, we're not trying to force a feeling to go away. We're using this to stay present as we feel this so your system can actually process what's here. That's what gets longer term results. So, side of the hand, repeating after me, even though I feel like I'm always being judged, maybe it feels stronger in certain circumstances. I choose to have some compassion for myself. Even though I feel like I'm being judged, maybe it's all the time, maybe even when I'm alone, I choose to honor and accept myself anyway. Even though I feel like I'm being judged. Maybe I am judged a lot by certain people in my life or certain situations, and it's creating this internal pressure. I choose to honor and accept myself as best I can, acknowledging what's here for me. And let's go through the points now and just say, I'm acknowledging this feeling, this sense that I'm being judged. Maybe I feel it ramped up in certain circumstances. And if so, I'm just allowing myself gently to recall those moments where I really notice it. Maybe it's here for me all the time. An internal sense that someone or something is evaluating me. Like I'm on stage and there's a scorecard. Was that a good thing to say? Should I have not said that? Should I be being more social right now? Am I talking too little or too much? Was it okay to send that email? And I'm just, as best I can, allowing this inner dialogue and tuning in to my inner experience. What do I feel in my body? If I feel my body. What's the inner emotional experience? It's certainly not fun to be judged. But do I feel guarded and stiff? Do I feel exhausted? Do I feel frustrated? Is it a tension in my body? Do I want to hide? Do I want to get out of here? And I'm allowing these feelings to arise. Because these are not random. Whether I remember the events or not, my nervous system learned it's best to assume I'm being judged. if I just relax and express myself, or do what feels natural for me, it's not going to go well. It's not really safe to just relax. And I want to validate how tiring and challenging that is. To learn it's not okay to just be me. And that all these feelings of being judged, they're trying to protect me. They want me to say and do the right thing so that I won't have to feel that rejection or embarrassment, the shame or whatever else I felt. And I want to honor that. Thank you for trying to protect me. And as best I can, in whatever amount feels okay, I'm allowing some of that feeling to come up. Whether that's the feeling of embarrassment or just some subtle sensations in the body. Because as I do this, I'm revealing to myself, I can handle some of this feeling now. Giving myself evidence. Maybe I don't have to protect myself quite as much as I'm used to. And that may take some time, and that's okay. It's not wrong that I feel judged. I will be judged at times in my life. But I'm honoring the internal reaction that I've learned was necessary to keep me safe. Allowing myself to process some of this feeling. To feel who I am now. That can handle a little more of this emotion than when I was younger. Just exposing myself to this gently. And maybe I'm already noticing that I don't need to be as on guard. And just exploring whatever perspectives feel useful to me. Maybe other people are allowed to have their judgments. Because maybe my system is recognizing that maybe once they had a real power over me. If my parents didn't approve of me, there were real consequences there. And so I'm just honoring that. And seeing if there's any room or space now that might be able to explore a different relationship. I know I don't like being judged, but maybe I don't have to protect myself from it so much. Maybe it's okay to express a little more of myself. What amount might be safe or okay? So I can begin to work with this safely and intelligently. Not pretending to not care what anyone thinks. Just helping my system learn that it's gradually safer to be able to handle judgment, and that there can be more and more permission to not assume everyone is judging me. To give ourselves the chance to not be judged if the person in front of me is not actually judging me. And I can practice extending this to others as well, allowing my system to experience more of what a non-judgmental energy feels like. And it starts with me looking at my own feelings and saying, I accept you. Practicing non-judgment to my own inner world, so I can begin to experience, maybe for the first time in my whole life, what it feels like to not be judged. Okay, let's take a breath. Allow this to be a practice. Repeat this as necessary, especially that last part, right? By practicing not judging your own reactions, your own fear, your own impulse, that's where your system can experience non-judgment, even if you never received it in your past. Hope it helps. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. And in the description are some more resources to explore this a little more deeply. Thanks.